Hi, class. Thanks for watching these. For tonight, to make up for class that we missed last night, I've got a collection of videos for you. So, this is the first one. Thanks for clicking on it first and starting it. Here's what these videos are going to cover. First, in this video, I'm going to talk just shortly about the four parts of your introduction that you need for every speech, right, from now on. So, for this next one, you need to make sure you have these four parts. And then I've got linked videos following this one. You should have seen them right after this one. Three more for you to watch. One about hooks, one about sinkers, one about note cards. So make sure to watch all these and let me know if you have any questions for next week. So first off, let's talk about these four parts of speech introductions. So the first part is the hook. That's when you're grabbing everybody's attention, something in the very beginning. We have a whole nother video for you to watch for that, but it's not by me. So I just want to talk a little bit and just say, it's just whatever you use for your hook, it just needs to grab everybody. You don't ever want to start your speech saying, well, this speech is about baking cookies, right? Or whatever it is that you're talking about. You don't want to just jump into explaining what you're talking about. You need something to grab everybody's attention. You're competing against literally the whole class to get everybody's attention, especially in this speech, because it's going to be videos. Um, have something, right? And you're going to watch a video where it's going to go into detail what your hooks could be and give you a lot of good ideas. But yeah, anything. Stories are the best. Just psychologically speaking, stories really grab people in the beginning if you can launch us into a story. But there's a lot of ways to hook people. Statistics, shocking statistics, crazy facts, amazing quotes from people, all of those work well. And if you share a quote, you can also use that as one of your citations. So that's something to think about. So that's your first part of the four is your hook. You got to hook everybody in the beginning. Then you got to tell us why we should listen, like what we're getting out of listening to this speech. This speech is pretty obvious because it's a demonstration. So it's really easy to say in this watching the speech, you're going to learn how to blank, 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 whatever it is. Um, the third one, ethos. This one's a bit more tricky. So I've talked about this already in class. Ethos is your credibility. It's how trustworthy you are as a speaker. So for this one, since you're explaining how to do something, you also need to, in the beginning, tell us why we should listen to you about this topic. So this is where you want to drop why you're somebody to listen to for this. So if this is something you learned from your mom and she learned it from her mom and it's just this ancient thing, tell us about that lineage. If you learned this, however you learned how to do whatever you're doing, and if there's a link to like what you're learning in school, your job, your history, your ethnicity, anything that makes it sound even more impressive that you're the person to listen to for this, tell us, right? Like even if it's something like you're teaching us how to assemble Warhammer 40,000 figures, and maybe you've won a tournament before. Those might not seem exactly related, but they are. You need to tell your audience. That'll make your audience go, okay, this guy really knows his stuff. And they'll listen. So that's ethos. You want to build your ethos, your credibility, build that in with the people. And then preview. Tell us what we're going to learn. So the audience benefit and the preview are quite similar, but they're not the same thing, right? Audience benefit, sell this to us. Preview, just a roadmap of where we're going to go in this speech. And if you use the same terms in your preview that you use throughout your speech, it makes it really easy for people to follow the roadmap. So if you say, in this speech, we're going to learn the 5 steps to putting on your pants in the morning. Step one is waking up. Step two is finding the pants. Step three is, whatever your steps are. I don't know. But if you use titles for those steps and then throughout your speech use the same titles, it makes it really clear to everybody exactly where we are in your speech. And audiences love that. So that's your introduction. Make sure you have all four of those parts. Within that, you got to have your hook, and then you also want to have your sinker at the end. So I got videos for those, and you want to use note cards or just be from memory. I recommend note cards, and I have a video for you for that. Make sure you watch all of these, and let me know if you have any questions. So next week, how this will work, on Thursday, we'll all meet at our regular time, and I will walk you guys through how to submit your video then. So you just have to have your video ready by class Thursday. That's all you got to worry about. If you don't have it ready by class Thursday, still come to class and I'll talk you through it all. You'll technically have until midnight that night to get your video done. But I'm going to give you guys the time of class to actually do this. So I don't want you to waste your time. I know you guys are all busy. So the plan is Thursday, I'll walk you through how it works, how to give feedback, what that's supposed to look like, and then you have time to post and go watch everybody else and give feedback. If you want to post yours before Thursday, you can. There's no problem with that. There's no extra credit for it either. However, I will say that people who post earlier often tend to get more views. So if you really want to have everybody see your speech, you can post early. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next week on Thursday. Again, no class Tuesday. It's advising day. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Good luck.